Well, welcome back into the Americana Rhythm and National Media Showcase Room. Doug and I have been email friends for, 4 years probably? So it's good to finally hang out with you and a chance to
We've had a viral relationship.
That's there you go. From Orlando, Florida.
Correct.
Thanks.
I heard somebody say earlier that the panelists say don't talk a lot, just play a lot of songs. Well, that doesn't work if part of your act is talking. This is a West Virginia song. A friend of mine was telling me a couple years ago that he was anxious to get out of West Virginia before it got too cold because he knew it was going to be a very early and bitter winter. I asked him how he knew that. He said, well, the hummingbirds left 2 weeks early. I thought that was kind of cosmic for an old boy in West Virginia. It's called When the Hummingbirds Return. Feel the hard wind rolling down off Tucker Mountain. See the firewood that's been gathered, split and cured to burn. Oh, this cold and bitter season just hastens on your leaving. I hope I'll see you when the hummingbirds return. Springtime lays so soft here on this valley. Gentle summer breezes seem to satisfy all yearn. But when the river's edge is freezing, it puts you in a mind for leaving. I hope I'll see you when the hummingbirds return. You're going where the sun warms love and light, chill and winters, where the changing of the seasons gives no cause for concern. Oh, you're following to where the blooms are full of sweetest nectar. Such a simple lesson, but it's one that's so hard learned. And I'll see you when the hummingbirds return. Well, on a clear night, I swear I can see heaven. You know the touch of your hand still sets my soul to churn. But there's a cool breath in your laughter as we turn another chapter. I hope I'll see you when the hummingbird return. Oh, you're going where the sun warms love and life, chill and winters, where the changing of the seasons gives no cause for concern. Oh, you're following to where the blooms are full of sweetest nectar. Such a simple lesson, but it's one that's so hard learned. And I'll see you when the hummingbirds return. I hope I'll see you when the hummingbirds return. Somebody said earlier that they lived in Nashville and nobody's from Nashville. Well, that's the way Florida is. There's nobody from Florida except some of us. I'm a fourth generation native, which is very rare down here. One of my grandfathers started building a house in Lake County, Florida, near Leesburg, back in the 1920s. And it's still standing today. It was our family farm on 30 acres there for better than 80 years. And that house grew from that 2-room shotgun shack to a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house out in the country. And every good memory I have ties back to that house in one way or another. I think everybody's got a place that when you say the word home, that's the place you think of. And that's mine. This is called This Old House. This old house is still and silent. Nobody lives here anymore. It's been a long time since a footstep fell upon these wooden floors. 4 generations have stood right where I stand. The roots of a family growing strong up from this sand. And this old house, once upon a time, was a place where everything I loved had its common tie. And this old house that I loved so long ago, it is still the place I dream about when I dream dreams of home. All the walls are stained and faded, dust is settled in everywhere, yet everything is still just where it was the last time I was here. But now out in the front yard near that old oak tree I climbed, there is a for sale sign that tells my heart this home's no longer mine. And this old house, once upon a time, was a place where everything I loved had its common tie. And this old house that I loved so long ago, it is still the place I dream about when I dream dreams of home. For it was here within these weathered walls that I learned how to love, learned to trust in human kindness, and the grace flows from above. Oh, I can still hear their voices, though they seem so far away. I still see their faces when I close my eyes and pray. One last time I wander through these rooms, and everything I see just flickers like a silver screen of 1,000 memories. 'Cause this old house, once upon a time, was a place where everything I loved had its common tie. And this old house that I loved so long ago, it is still the place I dream about when I dream dreams of home. Ah, this old house, this old I have 2 bottles up here. One has water and one doesn't. Just a little throat medicine. There's a lady I ran into in the panhandle of Florida several years back that is a 7th generation Floridian, which is really rare. She was telling me stories about growing up in the panhandle on a family farm and how tough it was, particularly during the Depression years. Her dad and her grandfather trying to support the entire extended family off the cobbled together pieces of land that they either owned or sharecropped or leased. And despite their efforts, the truck crops and livestock just weren't making ends meet. So despite their strict Baptist upbringing and strong moral fiber, they went to making a little moonshine. Not a lot, just enough to get by. But Grandpa had been making his recipe for several years for medicinal purposes only. And he's so proud of it that he had a brand name they put on every jar and jug. They called it Yellow Butter Moon. let's tip back a jug tonight of that yellow butter moon. Pull or two on that hard home brew, make you crazy as a loon. It'll light a fire up inside you, make you step to a lively tune. Let's tip back a jug tonight of that yellow butter moon. Shine down through me with the light so true. There's love and life in the burn and the bite of that yellow butter moon. My grandpa made corn liquor, he had a still back in the woods. He would have made his living from farming, but the times they weren't so good. 'Cause when you're married with 6 children, a lot of hungry mouths to feed, you do anything you gotta just to give them what they need. Yellow butter moon, shine down through me with the light so true. There's love and life in the burn and the bite of that yellow butter moon. Well, now the sheriff and his deputies loved Grandpa's corn squeeze brew, and thirst came way before duty if it'd save them a jug or two. So when a revenuer came calling one hot fortnight in June, he thought he had old Grandpa cornered, thought he'd treat him like a coon. But when he jumped out into that clearing, he must have felt like such a buffoon, 'cause all he found was a paper label that read, yellow butter moon, shine down through me with the light so true. There's love and life in the burn and the bite of that yellow butter moon. Well, there's love and life in the burn and the bite of that yellow butter moon.